Good evening, afternoon, morning, whenever it is that you're watching this. Deborah Roth here from Spirited Living, back with another installment of our Inner Goddess Team journey, looking at all of the archetypes of the Divine Feminine from all around the world that I've been doing now for, oh my gosh, 3.5 years, however, it's been a long time, 3.5 years, I think. And I haven't talked about it in a while, and there is actually, I always do this live on Instagram and Facebook, and then it's uploaded by Thursday night of the weeks that I do these Inner Goddess Team videos. And in the YouTube video, there's a little button you can push, I think it says I or something in the video itself, that gives you some background about why I think this is so important, why I think these qualities that the Divine Feminine represents are so critical in the world now and ongoingly. So I'll briefly tell you, and I'm feeling it so acutely now with everything going on in the world, that those qualities involve compassion and empathy and cooperation and collaboration and peace. So peace, so do we need that. So I don't believe our world will survive until we can embrace those qualities. So I bring to you several times a month these images, literally from classic, Greek and Roman mythology to African, Caribbean, Yoruban, to Egyptian, to Filipino, all over the world. So I'm going traditional this week with the Greek goddess of rainbows, whose name is Iris, and I'd certainly heard of her. She appears in a couple different tarot decks that I have, but there's so much more to her. She's another one of those great examples of how I'm always learning something, and I hope you are too. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel where I talk about all this, please do that there. I would love to see you there, and of course, always comment. Give me ideas for other goddesses to highlight that I might not have hit over the last umpteen years I've been doing this. So Iris is considered really kind of along with Mercury. She was one of the messengers of the gods. And in particular, she traveled, she brought divine messages and divine wisdom and prayers from the gods to humanity and back to the gods. And it was felt that if you saw a rainbow, you were witnessing her traveling, streaming across the heavens to deliver one of her divine messages. She's also connected, which is why I chose her. One of my sources, Patricia Telesco, and I love her books and all the stuff she has on the internet, talks about this being a time when we honored the peace and calm that the transition to the new year we hopefully hope would bring. And that is because the bird, there is a bird known as, we know it today apparently as the kingfisher, but it was called the halcyon. Now, if you've been to the Caribbean or any other kind of tropical place, you'll see all kinds of places called Halcyon Cove, and halcyon means calm and means peace. And the story goes, the Greek legend goes, that the bird, the halcyon bird, would calm the waters, would calm the ocean for the 2 weeks or so around the winter solstice. So for the week before, the week after, we're just beyond that a little bit, in order for her to brood her eggs on this calm surface. And that's where we get the connection of halcyon, which was a bird, which I never knew, meaning calm and peaceful. So she was considered a goddess that you could invoke if you needed peace and calm and a colorful connection. There's that rainbow connection to the gods. I found several different really beautiful images of hers. Here's one. I never know how they're going to show up when I just sort of do the show and tell thing. but you can see the rainbow connection with this one, which I love. Another one that's beautiful is her zooming across the heavens, surrounded by rainbow colors. Isn't that lovely? And then there's actually, and this really depicts some of the things that she holds in her hands. So she was known as, this is an ancient statue of her, and she is holding a vessel of water because it's felt that she also brought water from the river Styx, which is the water, the river that runs through the underworld in Greek mythology. And she would bring that for anyone, particularly the gods apparently, to drink who had lied. And if they drank this water, let's see if I can get the story right, then they would be, oh, no, I'm not gonna be able to find it. Oh, it would put them to sleep, and they would have to swear by the water that they hadn't lied. And if they were lying about it, then they would be breathless for a year, and then they'd be barred for 9 years. These are the gods and goddesses from all the god and goddess meetings and all that. So lots of really lovely but powerful mythology around her. She was usually depicted, as you saw in some of these pictures, as a beautiful young maiden. She was not a crone goddess. That's not how she was ever depicted. And she's connected, her themes are winter because of that halcyon winter solstice connection, and promises and new beginnings. She also had symbols, and that's what one of the other pictures that I showed you, carrying this vessel of water, which represented the water from the river Styx, and a caduceus, which is that healing, which has always been a symbol of healing. It's a wand, a central staff that has wound around it 2 serpents. It's meant to represent the Kundalini energy. And she uses her gifts to prevent unnecessary suffering by severing the silver cord that connected humankind to the earth so that they could be released from a slow death and make their way to the Elysian Fields. And to this day, apparently, it's said that Greeks plant irises on women's graves so that the goddess Iris can guide them to their resting places. Elysian Fields. Did I say Elysian Fields? Elysian Fields. So lots of really beautiful mythology around this rainbow water goddess. So you can basically call on her and ask yourself where in your life, especially as we're moving into the new year, where in your life you want to bring more peace and harmony and balance. Where do you want to create more color in your life? And call on her to carry your dreams and your hopes to the heavens. Now, when I do my new moon, my virtual new moon circle next week, one of the ways that we'll be doing that is with candle magic. So if you go to where are you going to find it? I guess the event on my Spirited Living with Deborah Roth page, you'll get more information about the new moon circle. And that is a way, we do very colorful candles with lots of colorful glitter. So that's kind of invoking Iris in that process. And when after you carve the candle, after you cover a magical candle with all of your dreams and wishes, you bring that, you send those wishes out to the world, out to the divine by lighting the candle. So that's another way that you can really send your wishes and your hopes and your dreams to our beautiful Iris. Another way to bring her in is to get one of those. I can't really show you because I'm set up here. I'm at my mom's house. You can tell I'm not in my usual setting. And I've given her a bunch of different sort of rainbow colored little hangings. So you can do that. You can get a rainbow sun catcher, anything that will bring in that colorful energy of Iris to bring that kind of light and color into your own life. Let's see if there's anything else I wanted to run by you. I think I've hit most of the the cool stuff. Yeah, so let her, if you're looking for, if you've had a particularly tumultuous 2023, and I know many of us have. I fortunately did not. The year before had been kind of tough, but for those that did, and I have many friends who have, she can represent, Iris is one to invoke when you really want to be moving into the calm after the storm. So I invite you to sit in that space with her, and one of the chants that I found that I thought was beautiful for it, which I haven't sung in a while here, is, and actually I'm gonna do two quick ones, because this one is one that I've sung before and that I love, and it evokes. She's always showed with wings like a fairy, so, and that's how she flies all over the universe. So there's a beautiful chant that talks about women flying on their wings, and it goes, "There's a river of birds in migration, a nation of women with wings. There's a river of birds in migration, a nation of women with wings." Isn't that beautiful? So evoke Iris as a goddess of wings, as a bringer of rainbows and peace and calm. And this is the other very slight little mantra that I found, and this isn't the tune I'm making up, but I love just the very simple invocation to her. Bless me, Iris, with peace, love, safety, and beauty. Bless me, Iris, with peace, love, safety, and beauty. Bless me, Iris, with peace, love, safety, and beauty. So that kind of says it all. Kathy says we need more rainbows. Thank you, Kathy. I agree. Thank you all for being with me, just one or two here live, and that's fine, but for joining me ongoingly, getting lots of wonderful comments and on the YouTube channel as well. So you can always join me there after it's posted on Thursday nights. Namaste. Have a beautiful week, and I will see you back here next week. Bye for now, and Happy New Year.